Hello everyone, welcome back to another XForceGlobal channel update. Today we're diving right back into XRP's price action and see if we can make any adjustments to our wave counts. But before we begin, I would like to kindly remind you to like the video and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We also do offer a Discord and Patreon membership if you are interested in getting more timely updates. The links are in the description below. I am a certified Elliott Wave analyst, so you will be getting the utmost quality when it comes to these videos and charts. So as you can see, XRP did a very strong pullback ever since our last video update, and lo and behold, this was our highest priority when it came to the balance of probabilities. We were expecting two videos ago, that is, on a possible triangle breakout, and then immediately after we were looking for a fifth wave to complete. And although I remained extremely bullish, I was looking for some kind of significant pullback nevertheless. And is this pullback complete? We do have some contender on this being complete, and we also can make some adjustments to our account that could be taking into account for this larger pullback that may give us a better look in terms of being able to reprioritize our wave counts. So as you can see, we had that triangle breakout to the upside. We didn't necessarily hit those major targets, but we did create a technical high above this wave 3, and it looked very impulsive to the upside around that $3.30. And then we caught that pullback a little bit earlier than expected. So fantastic. For those who are seeing this as a very good opportunity, this video might give you some entertainment in terms of where the supports may be. So as you can see here, again, I didn't make any real adjustments here. As you can see, whether this wave 2 is in or not, this first scenario lies in the idea that we have a completed 5-wave move to the upside, and we are now working into a larger wave 1. And whether this ABC is in or not, now this is where it is going to be in sort of a pickle here, because it doesn't have the best look when it's zoomed out, right? So we have to be kind of cautious here and still expect a possibility that we may be still working in a corrective range to help anticipate the balance of buyers and sellers, the bulls and bears, that is, to help create some kind of range, whether it is some kind of double correction as a WXY or some kind of flat idea that may be working out to help create some kind of larger distribution range for a wave 1-2. For me personally, when it comes to trading or investing, I don't like to see these types of 1-2s being so complete abruptly, especially after such a large minor degree impulse to the upside. Usually you will see some kind of distribution being created for quite some time, usually multi-week or even a multi-month type of pattern. But for now, this wave 1-2, it's a little bit difficult to say. So that's why we're going to be talking about how to adjust this possibility of making this a better looking structure. So the only way we can do that is to say that we have to kind of say we're not working in a larger, more ambitious target up to that $20 to $30 or $40 regions. I'm not saying it's impossible. The longer we create a region here of a distribution, the better this scenario becomes into play. So everything is about balance of probabilities when it comes to the Elliott Wave Theory. So if that's the case, if we're going to be going for the more rational approach, we have to remove this intermediate degree and say that the larger degree is now already in play, meaning that this is now becoming the intermediate degree in itself, where we may be working for the fifth wave to the upside. So instead of seeing that this was a triangle of a minor degree and breakout above for a fifth wave going into that intermediate degree of that first degree, now we're saying that this here is the intermediate degree in itself, meaning that this is not a triangle anymore. We're now seeing this as a wave 4. Why? Because it helps mitigate a lot of the inefficiencies that happen within the top-down analysis that we're seeing here. It helps us create, if we're going to be remaining a bullish stance on XRP, and since we got a 50% move off the lows, that's not something to joke around, is that we could now finally be working in a 5-wave of a minor degree in itself for this fifth wave of this intermediate degree. So instead of saying that this was a wave 1 and we're now working for a wave 2, it's still a possibility, again, ladies and gentlemen, if we're going to be moving up now, and we're going to be kind of retaining the overall look of a possible channeling and kind of also mimicking the prior behavior of the previous bear markets, where we had a fifth wave usually extending to its fullest after a wave 4 has completed. This may be the similar type of reflection that we may be seeing or mirroring in terms of how this fifth wave may be playing out in the minor or the intermediate degree of this orange. So if that's the case, we could be saying that this range here is now utilized as a possible WXY type of pattern here as a 3 type structure, and we're utilizing this range as some kind of ABC or WXY. So in my opinion, I think that this may be the higher probability in this case, since we did get a 50% move off the lows. That also helps mitigate that this is not working in a wave 1-2 as we originally anticipated. So if we're working for a larger ABC and we break this prior low, we're coming back to this scenario as the main priority. But for now, I would say that going forward, that we're going to be saying the minor degree has already not come into play, and we're now seeing this as the intermediate degree rather, and seeing this as a possible 4th wave rather, and just say that we're going to be mimicking the overall structure and integrity of what we saw in the prior bear market, where we're working for an wave 5 to the upside to help conclude this bull market. Now, I like this idea in the sense of 2 reasonings. Now, there's one reasoning of a thing called the post-triangle thrust measurement that helps us measure the 5th waves. So you take the widest part of the triangle and then you measure it for the post-breakout of the triangle, and that is usually the same type of length based on the minimum expectation of a triangle. The target should give us around the $5 to the $10 region. And if that's the case, and we're working parabolically to the upside and we're still expecting higher levels for XRP, this may be the case that we may be working for a 5th wave to the upside. So in my opinion, I think that this is the higher probability scenario if we're taking into account that this is a range helping us kind of work against this. Now, the second reasoning is that it gives us a more rational target, around $7 to $8 to $9, $10 of a region. Now, if you guys have been following me on social media, I have already taken 50% of my XRP targets, or profits that is, and I am looking to offload, 25% again here around the $4 regions, and again around the $8 to $10 regions if that does allow us. So that is my risk management strategy, where I took the most risk of accumulating XRP here instead of taking all of the risk over here where XRP already broke out, and then I took a lot of my positions here. That's not how I personally trade it, where a lot of people may be trading it right now. So yeah, that's how I'm seeing it right now, where we may be working in that 3-4-5. We're removing all of that noise that we may be working for a larger wave 1-2, and we now simply just remove the higher degree and adjust the minor degree into the new intermediate degree and say that we're working in a higher degree already, and that this may be the wave 4, either as a WXY or an ABC. So if that's the case, since we did get a 50% move off the lows, we are now looking for a confirmation of some kind of 1-2 pullback, look for a 3-4-5, and then that should be our target of around $5 to $10 regions. And that is a perfect, in my opinion, an Elliott wave structure of how this 5th wave could be completing, especially after such a large triangle accumulative pattern that happened for the past 6 or 7 years. And that is also going to be mimicking how the past bull market has played out for XRP. So take that as a word of caution, and also with a grain of salt, that this may be the final stretch for XRP, and we may now start to look for other coins that may portray the similar type of accumulative pattern. Hint, hint, Litecoin. I've also shared that video as well. If you haven't watched that video, go watch that video. But Litecoin is also portraying a similar type of structure of a triangle accumulation pattern that may also be playing out similarly to XRP. So that's how I'm currently trading it, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking for exiting targets here while everyone else is looking for possible entries here. And that's not how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the general markets or general market participants who are looking to enter as my exit liquidity, basically. So that's how I'm seeing it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the new adjusted targets for me personally. Again, we can go back and revert the overall targets if we do kind of continue for a ranging here, and we're working for a higher 5th wave. Absolutely, that would be fine. And as you can see, I am currently risk free due to that reasoning. If we were to go for a larger WXY pattern, if this ABC turns more complex, so if we see that this is an ABC going into wave W, this X wave, and then this Y wave, we're going to be looking for another double zigzag type of pattern here that could bring us here, and we would be working for a larger degree wave 1 of the intermediate degree. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully that was helpful. This is kind of my newest, highest priority scenario here, where we are still looking for higher upside. We're going to be monitoring how the impulsive nature moves out of here, but if we do get rejected from these levels again, then we're going to have to say that we're working on a larger wave 1-2, and I'll definitely be updating that as well. So hopefully that's helpful. Thank you very much. Again, if you are interested in joining and seeing the more shorter time frame updates, please don't hesitate to join the Discord membership. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a fantastic rest of the week. Bye bye.